Hi everyone, it is that time of the month to show you my completed pages. Now this month I tried to spread my colouring across quite a lot of different books, having been sort of more limited over Christmas and Halloween months to do sort of themed pictures, I guess. So I wanted to just do a big range. I did do some wintry pictures though, but I tried to spread. So we've got 53 different books to have a look at, which is quite a lot, but and I think 81 pages in total this month. So let's get going right away. My list starts with Johanna Basford, so we'll start there. And my first book is her planner. Now the planner pages, as you may know, are always recorded on video for you to colour along if you want to. So this is the first one of January, which I did with Staedtler pencils, and then this one was done with polychromos with some soft pastels. This one here was done with the Black Widows. No, very thin, sorry, Prismacolor very thin. This one was done with Chromaflow Derwent pencils. That's my favourite of the month, I think. I really liked how that came out. And then this one, which you may have just completed if you've been following along, was done with the Black Widows. That's why I got confused. So this was a Black Widows one. So those are all the January planner pages that I did. Just moving that aside. I need to make some space. Okay, my next book that I did a picture from Johanna book was World of Flowers. I haven't done many in this book. It's my second copy of World of Flowers, but this page I started off testing out my new Staedtler Design Journey 72 pencil set on a small area on this page, and then I just continued and finished the page using that set of pencils. Now I like the range of colour, but they are quite hard, so if you don't like a hard pencil they're really not for you, and they're not very shiny. A lot of pencils have a sheen to them when you finish. You can see it's quite matte. Whether you like that or not, or whether it's even important to you, I don't know, but I just thought I would mention it. And the little dots are done in gold pen, so that isn't done with the pencils. So that's that, and that there is a video there showing me testing those out. So you can have a look at that if you want to, going back right near the beginning of the month, I think. Now we have small victories, done quite a few in here. The first one I completed this van page. I didn't do all of it this month. I think this one was from December, maybe the rest were January, but they're all little videos. You can come pop in and have a look and watch me colour them if you want to. And those were done, I think there was a slight mix. I think it was Ergosoft, but I may have used some Design Journey as well. I can't really remember. I think I got muddled, and maybe. Now this double page, I did both of these. The one page, this was done with they're both done with polychromos. So polychromos pencils. This one I just did more of a limited palette. So we've got our sort of browns and golds for our B, and then blues and greens, and then this one with some pretty pinks. Excuse me. But here I mixed up colours a little bit in a sort of 60s 70s type style, which I thought was a bit different. I'm just experimenting with some different colour combos. This one I did quite recently. I had my Derwent pencils out. Now I don't use them a lot, particularly on small detailed items, because they need a lot of sharpening. I just decided I would go for it. And yeah, I had fun. I chose, because the Derwents have a lot of earth tones, it felt like this, they would lend themselves to this sort of more autumnal palette, and I always associate these with autumn, so I just did autumn, though it's nowhere near autumn. I just did these sort of autumn colours, which was rather fun. And then this page, these hand-tied bouquets over here, this was a series of 9 videos which has been running through January and the end of January. Quite short, but a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's my favourite series of the month, I think. I just had so much fun colouring these, and so you can follow along if you wish. And they are polychromos pencils. And then I did this little one What did I use for this little one? Polychromos again, because the detail's quite fine in this book. A lot of pictures need a harder pencil, I feel. This cake page was done again. I'm not sure if it wasn't just this month, this was done in December, these two, but I sort of finished it off this month, I think. And they were done mainly with Staedtler Design Journey pencils, I think. So that was those. And I also did this page opposite, did Teapot and Cups, and I used Staedtler Design Journey for those ones. And then I did these dogs. Now, I thought these were very cute, and I was thinking of doing them on camera, but I wasn't very confident having never coloured dogs before. I was thinking, do I do them furry? How do I do them? But I didn't do them furry. I just had fun. And I used polychromos, and yeah, just did them all a little bit differently to each other. And then lastly in this book this month, I did this right hand page. This was a Christmas project for videos, but this one wasn't videos. I just played around. I used polychromos and just had some fun colouring flowers. I didn't even do any little white dots or anything. I just coloured away. So that was that one. And then I did one in Worlds of Wonder, which you may again have seen because it's been a set of videos. Some of them are, the top row I did quite a long time ago. I think maybe November, I'm not entirely sure, on video. But all of these do have videos. They're called Flower Square, so you can find them if you search for that on my channel. And you can see each one, and they're done with different pencils. There's a few with polychromos, but this one I know is Pablo. This is a metallic, this is a pastel, that's Castle Art. So there's a bit of a mix in there. So I was just playing with different brands, and hopefully you can see that you can't really tell. They're massively different. I mean, obviously the metallic is different and the pastel, but the others, you can't really tell. They're lots of different brands, I don't think. So anyway, so there is that page. And then my last Johanna of the month was from Ivy, and I just did a little one here. Now this page I'd done quite a while ago, so I just decided to finish off and do this firefly. I decided not to do a background, but do some glitter on the stars. I'm not sure if that shows up. And I did it using Prismacolor. I haven't used a lot of Prismacolor in Johanna's books, so I thought I'd have a little play. So there we go. I need to do more playing with Prisma, but yeah. Now we're on to Rita Berman. I'm going to come in a little closer if I can find my remote control in the mess on my desk. There we go. This is her winter book, and I only did one in here despite it being winter, just because I spread my colouring through quite a lot of books. Now it's hard for you to see. This is coloured with Staedtler Design Journey. I just played with all the blues, but around the edge of each is some glitter. It's just a clear glitter pen around each. I'm not sure how easy it is to see. It's quite plain, but you know, it was just a little exercise, relaxing fun. Now Landa is a book that I'm thinking I might like to finish quite soon. I absolutely adore the pictures in this book, and so it was just felt like a nice fun one to try and get finished. This obviously double page I did in polychromos, I think. Yes, yeah, so mainly these are, all the leaves are the same and the background's the same, just to sort of tie it all together. Then I did this page. Well, actually I did this page before the other one, but hey. And this one is was done with something that doesn't like that white pen. Oh, Pablo. But these berries have gone a little bit pink on the white pen, which is interesting. I didn't think Pablo's did that, but there we go. So that was done with Pablo's, and then I did not our lovely reindeer. He was done a long time ago. I did the beetle. I tried not to make it match exactly because they could be done as a double, but I decided if I made this look different to this and made the sky, although they're both, that one's done with distress ink and this is done with pastel, so I wanted them to look different, so I wasn't trying to make a double page. They're not really supposed to be, but I did that with polychromos. There we go. Next I did one from Rita's Water book, and this was a double. Let's take that away for you. I found it a little bit tricky to work out how to make some of the bits stand out. The ball, I made really bright colours, as you can see, to stand it out against everything else, because I wanted it to look reasonably realistic colours. I probably should have coloured the birds in, which I didn't, probably forgot. That was done with Castle Arts pencils, by the way. Now, Europa, I did a page in. This was at the back, the globe page. I've seen this page done quite a few times, and I thought it looked rather pretty, so I have to do that so it's in focus. And I used a bit of gold pen, as you can see, hopefully around the edge. And I used Castle Arts pencils, and I've dotted around the flower centres, and these have gone neon pink, as they do with the white, but never mind, that's how they work. I'm just moving my books. Hang on, there we go. My last Rita book was Asian, and I did the dragon. I used my Castle Arts gold. I haven't used them for a really long time. I need more practice. I wasn't very happy with how it came out, but you know, there's some glitter on the fireworks. You might be able to see if I tilt slightly, but there is that one. I've seen this page done so beautifully, and I was like, oh, I didn't really do a good job of it, but hey, that's how it is. Now we're on to Hannah Carlson. This is Midnight Masquerade, and I did this page. Let me come out a tad. It's not quite in camera there. You see the edge of my book, but I can't do much about that. Anyway, I felt this was quite good for like the end of Christmas, end of New Year. The partying's over. We've popped our mask down. Sorry, I need to remember to put that down so you can see. We've popped our mask down. We've finished. Our candles are burning out. That sort of thing. I used Prismacolor for that one. It was quite fun doing a little bit of shadow around here and trying to define the nose part of the mask and that sort of thing. Next, I did a page from Witch's Cottage. I try and do a page a month. I'm wondering if this is actually my December page and whether I forgot to do one, because this is really Christmassy. But I think I did it right at the beginning, actually. So I think I did do it. Now this is done with Prismacolor, I can just tell by looking, and the gold work is done in pencil and using my normal sort of dark umber, light umber, yellow ochre, jasmine, I think, colour combo. So there we go. Then Forest Kingdom. Now this is a book that I'm hoping to finish this year. Having said I wasn't going to make that sort of plan, I then did. So there's quite a few from here. So this girl here, she is done in polychromos, and I didn't do a background or anything for her. I felt like she might not stand out too much if I did. Whereas this one I felt needed a background because of it being a double and there being a lot of blank space. This was done with Prismacolor with a soft pastel background, quite straightforward. I did this Jolly Gentleman. I didn't do a background on all of it, just on the oval, as you can see, and there's gold pen on the sort of framework, and he was done in Prismacolor. And then this girl, I decided to try and do a darker skin tone, and I followed a tutorial for a darker skin tone. It wasn't for a face, so it was a little bit confusing. So I looked at a face tutorial and a dark skin tone tutorial, mixed them up and came up with that, and I was really happy, actually, my first time. And yeah, so that was her, Prismacolor, just in case you're wondering. And then this one, which was also done in Prismacolor with some gold and silver pen on the stars, and the background there, soft pastel. I didn't know about the water. What do you do with water? I just made it a bit swampy because I thought it might have been this pond. Don't know. So there's that one. Then we have Atlantis. I just did the nameplate page in here. Wasn't sure what to do. Oh, my books are falling down. Why is that? Doesn't want to stay. Anyway, sorry. So I used Prismacolor for this. Tried to get some shadows into the shell a little bit, which I enjoyed doing. So that was that, and a bit of a different colour combo for me. Right. Now we have this Facebook, which I was gifted this month. And I did this yesterday actually. I just wanted something a little bit easier and smaller to do, so I did all of these planets. Now I used sort of mixture of different pencils. I'm just looking. Now, I think it was, I started here with Staedtler and then I used some Prismas. This one is the new Prismas Orchid and Amethyst. I was playing with those. And then I just carried on with Prismas because someone had said to me, Melissa had said to me that she found the paper was a bit slick and not very toothy. So I was playing with it as well, and I had to agree with her. I found it quite hard to blend the hard pencil here, but it was just a bit different, and I'll have to get used to it because it's not like Hannah's other books. So there's that one. But of course it's a different, it's for kids, and maybe it's designed for using felt tip pens. I don't know. This one I did on video when I did my flip through, so if you want to see how I did it, you can have a look at the video. It was done using Castle Arts Soft Touch pencils. And no, not the last Hannah. We have the Party, which I was also given this month. And I did this one when I did my flip through. So there is a video with that one. And that one is done using Arteza Premium pencils and some glitter pen on that star. Okay, last Hannah is City Among the Stars, and the page is this slice of cake. I really enjoyed colouring this one. It's quite, I just had a fun trying to make sort of crummy looking cake and things like that. And it was done using Prismacolor. I can tell this shiny bit on the jam has gone neon pink. I think in my photo, I think it might have looked a bit whiter because I think I took it before it changed colour because it takes a little while. Okay, we have grains of gold now. And I coloured this, and this is my complete disaster. So I used Black Widow pencils. I wanted to have another go at this picture because I'd done it before and I didn't like it, and how I did it that much. I thought I could do better. So I thought I'll have another go in Grains of Gold because it's from one of Hannah's other books. This is her compilation book. And I had a bit of a blue pen disaster. So basically I was really stupid. The pen was being a bit faint. So you know how you pump the end of a Posca pen to get it, I did it there. Why did I do that? And it went, and then somehow it when I lifted it up, it splattered all over the place. I tried to scrape it off, to rub it off, and it was ruining, making it worse. So there we go, there's a bit of a disaster, but I'm not too, I'm not going to get too upset about it. It is what happens sometimes. So Summer Nights, we have a better picture in here. This was a buddy colour actually with my friend Michelle, and it's not a page I would have picked to do. It's one I've looked at and thought, ugh, what can I do with that? It looks a bit strange. But I came to colouring it, and I had a lot of fun with it. I like colouring hair, so that was good. I used Prismas and Polys because I wanted to colour some of the hair strands, so I used polychromos for that. I kept the butterfly really, really simple by not ignoring all the marks all over it, and these stars are done in glitter pen, so I kept it really easy for me, and then I enjoyed it. Yes, Prismas and Polys, I did say, didn't I? Oh, then we have Jewellery Box, And in this one I picked this page. Oops, let's flatten it out for you. This is obviously our sort of tree, and what did I use? Let me have a quick look. Polychromos, but there's a lot of glitter. So there's glitter pen on the gemstones and on the flowers. I wanted to make it look like the gemstones were sort of fertilizing the tree, and that was creating the shiny flowers. And there's a pink pastel in the background of that one. Then we have spirit animals. Oops. In spirit animals I did this double. You can see I haven't really done a background for this. I didn't want to. That's the end of it really. I just didn't want to. I used Prismacolor, sorry. I try in this book to match, so this scorpion matches this scorpion. There's a little bit of a background coloured in behind the scorpion in one of the colours I used for her. I don't know what colour that is actually. It's really faint. I just went very faintly across it a little bit, and her hair colour is the outside of the circle. I try and match it up side to side, but I wanted a simple one. Some of these are quite detailed, and because that I do them always as a double, then it can take some time, so I picked that really simple one. And Magical Dawn, this one, let's open it out so you can see. Put my finger on top of the pastel. So rainbow dust, so I did polychromos, I think. Polychromos, yeah. So I did this bit first in pencil and decided to use a lot of grey for the bottle so that it didn't really overtake the rainbow, and then I just did pastel and tried to mix them up, sorry, make it all blurred. And the background stars and circles are just done in a gold and a silver pen. So that was that one. So that's all the panels. Now we move on to Maria Trolle. I've just got to turn my page in my book. There we go. So in Nightfall, I did this one, which you may have seen on my Instagram. I quite like these black background ones, I have to say. And I used Prismacolor for that. There we go, kept it really simple. And then in Luna, oops, I did this one, which I really liked. So our sort of little fairy house. I used Prismacolor again for that one. The background was, I wasn't sure, but I'm pleased that I did it. I didn't take it all the way to the edge of the page, but I was pleased to. There's that one. And then we have Flora, and in Flora I used Arteza Expert pencils to do this snowy scene, which was one I've been asked to do on video, so I did. So there is a tutorial for this. It's quite simple. You know, the snow, I don't really know much about how to do snow that well, so I just had a bit of a go really. And then we have Moon Valley. Oops. Now this one was quite simple. Again, just fancied a simple picture to do, and I did it using Prismacolor. And yeah, I quite like sometimes doing a simpler picture. It's quite nice that most books have a mixture, so you can pick something that suits your mood. So Universe is her compilation book, and again I picked quite a simple picture. This one's actually from Nightfall, and I used Staedtler Design Journey, just a nice gentle colour for the magnolias. And Botanicum, I did this one, which I shared on my Facebook and Instagram. So there's soft pastel in the background, and the actual colouring is done using Polycolor pencils. Those are the Koh-i-Noor pencils, so a little bit different. I haven't used them much this month, but yeah. Have to find the right picture because it's quite thick. You can't always do detailing. Well, you can, but you have to keep sharpening them. Sometimes I'm not in the mood for sharpening. This is Dream, what's it called? Dream Journey or something, I think. And I did this very first picture. Let me try and open the book. There we go. And I used Pablo's for this and just did a nice mix of different colours on that one. Okay, now we're moving on to Lulu Mayo, I think. Yes. A Million Magical Creatures did one in here. This little fox, I like the black background again. He is done with Prismacolor. I just used lots of autumnal colours apart from the moon, which is done in the very light blue, and then there's a sparkly pen. I can just tip it. You can see a bit of sparkle. Quite simple. I think I'll put him there. I'm just trying to work out where to put all my books. This one, The Million Sweet Things, I did this one. Now, the background is with a soft pastel, and I did these sort of stripes just to make it look a little bit more interesting than just a plain one, and this one's striped, so I thought it sort of matched a little bit. I did all the seals the same colour, and I thought I'd do all the dumplings, all the seals and all the penguins same colours, and then there were so many of the same thing, it got a little bit samey, unfortunately, which wasn't my intention, but there we go. And last Lulu Mayo book is her Little Monsters book. And I did this cute little dragon, whoops, in the moon. There's a lot of glitter pen here, and I don't know how much of it you can see. The bits dripping off the moon and all the stars. Now some of them, I think the moon one is a plain glitter pen, and the stars are silver, and the pencil work is done in Prismacolor. So all of those 3 Lulu Mayos were done in Prismacolor. I've really sort of got into my Prismacolors this month. I really want to sort of practice some things, so I've been using them a fair bit. Now, Melpomene Chatsapanagiotu, Nature Mandalas, probably just butchered her name terribly. Oh, I've got 2 bookmarks. I quite fancied doing this horse page. It looked quite simple, but actually they always take a long time because there's such a lot of fine detail. I used Stedler Design Journey for this one. Right, let's put that way. And I also did use her other book of mine, Circle of Life, and I did this volcano page which my son picked. I was flicking through looking for a page and he said, do the volcanoes. So I showed him after, and I said, it's a bit samey, isn't it, all the greys and things? And he said, well, it's the right colour. So I guess it is. So there was that one. I'm going to sneeze, hold on. Right, it was lucky I stopped the video. It was a very loud sneeze. So I grabbed my Kirby's. I haven't done any Kirby pictures for ages, so I thought it's about time I did some practice of Kirby pictures. So we did this lion, Worlds Within Worlds. I did the lion. I used Artex pencils for this. I kept the colours quite samey, as you can see. I wanted it to be quite simple, just because that's the mood I was in. So there he is. And then I also did a picture from Imagimorphia. Just move those, keep hitting the wall with them. Which was this one. Now, I'm never quite sure. There's so many different objects in the Imagimorphia pictures. I'm never quite sure what to do. So I did the dragons the same colour, the leaves all the same colour, the smoke the same colour, that sort of thing. But I mixed the colours up a lot because I thought then you could pick out each item. I'm not sure I like it, to be honest. I prefer a limited colour palette, but I just wanted to try something different, and for me, I'm not so keen on it, but you know, it's good to try different things. I tried something different in Wildlife Wonders as well. I tried a colour cube card. I decided that rather than looking up what this bug is and colouring it the correct colour, I would just grab a card and colour it from the card. So we have black, and this colour here is actually charcoal, so I just used a dark grey and a light grey and then the red, and I haven't quite got this colour because I used my let me find it, what were they? I haven't written it down. I used Arteza Premium, I think. Yes, I did. and so I didn't quite have exact colours, so I just did the best match that I could do. Now I really struggle with Maria's paper and trying to get a nice even blend. I just can't do it. So, but I just determined to keep trying, seeing if I can improve my techniques, but also just enjoy, which is what I did. So this one, again, I used a card and had a go. This pencil worked a little better, and this was, Stedler Design Journey. I had to layer them up a few times, but you often do with Stedler, but I felt these were a little bit better than the Artezas, but I don't know, I'm still trying to work out what works. Now, Microscopic Marbles. I did this page sometimes when I'm just in the mood for doing something quite plain and simple. These are rather good. I used my Brute Funa 12 metallic pencils, so I just, you know, did a random mix of different colours. And that was just a bit of fun, really. Now, Lighthearted Mandalas, little book. I used this colour cube card. Now, it's just black and grey, which was quite a different thing to do. I used Prismacolors and just picked out some different shades. I think they're cold greys, aren't they? So I only did one from there this time. Matchstick Mouse is the Christmas book. I did this one just at the beginning of January. I think it might have been the end of December actually, because I record my completed pages before the end of the month. So, and I really enjoyed this one. I had a whale of a time. I used Prismacolors, I really layered it up, I went for different effects. If I hold it a little bit closer rather than zooming in, you can see the tinsel where I used lots of different colours, white and golds and yellows and browns, and oh, I just really enjoyed it. So that was good. And yeah, Prismacolor, I did say that already, didn't I? Now this book, Stunning Patterns, I tend to use a colour cube card for each one, just as a bit of fun. It's always hard to know exactly how to colour them, so this one I used my Yova pencils. Now the Yova set of pencils that I've got, I think they're similar to the Color, but I'm not sure. I was gifted them, so they have a huge, I think it's 100 and something, 50 or more, can't remember. So it's really good for using with the colour cube because there are so many colours and you're bound to be able to match them up, which is what I did. So I coloured that one. And this book I was given this month, new. It's little teddy bears, and when I did my flip through I coloured this one in with Prismacolor. And then I thought I would try a different pencil on this page. I used Polychromos, and I also thought I would try a different colour bear, because I thought as we've got bears on sort of every page, I might change the colours rather than doing them always brown. But I think I made a mistake here, because doing a blue bear with the greens, no, I guess he stands out, but you know, that's fine. I'm going to have do some experimenting with different bear colours. This one, again, in Fluff Falls, I think I call it anyway. I did this page. It was very wintry. I thought it would be nice to do... This book has seasons. I'm going to sneeze again. So I did this with Polychromos pencils and soft pastels and a white pen in the background there for the snow. And then I also have another little book in this series, which is Animals of the Forest. Now this one has a lot more detailed drawing in it, as you can see from this, but I picked one that wasn't too scary, and I thought I'd do this sort of wintry scene. There's a lot of glitter pen on this page, and the pencil work is done using Polychromos. All three books actually were Polychromos. Oh, sorry, snippy now. This is Agot Pop's January sheets. I've only done this one page, I haven't done all of them, but I did a video and showed these, and I just completed the page yesterday. I really wanted to do it, but I was really tired, so it probably wasn't, and I messed up the snowman, so yeah. But that's Prismacolor. They don't work very well on copy paper, but there we go. I discovered that. Reptiloids 2. I did a little picture from here. This is our, I don't know, he's playing his harp. She's obviously enchanted by it. And I used Polycolour. They work nicely in this book, I think. Now, Atlas Botanica. This one I did wrong. I looked up this plant because it's got the names Dragons, Dracontian. So I looked it up, couldn't really find a picture of the flower, so I just coloured it, and then I found one after, and it doesn't look like that. It's the wrong colour. But hey, it's a Prismacolor. If I hadn't told you, you probably would never have known. This Mandalas for meditative colouring. I did had used a colour keep card again. This one. So I've got it. This is teal, but it's darker in the picture. But mine is lighter. But I think it looks quite nice with the lighter teal. But combining these colours, so you've got a cream pink with an auburn, a dark brown, a tin, and a charcoal. It's just such a different combination. So it really took me out of my comfort zone. I left some white as well. And I used Prismacolor. With the colour keep cards, I tend to look at the colours and pick a pencil that has a range of colour that will fit best in with the scheme. Here's a very Christmassy looking one, well, sort of red berries. And that one was Artex pencils I used for that one. So we've got a sort of brown with reds and greys, which is, again, a little bit different to what I would do, which is why the colour cube cards are so good, because you can discover new combos. Elephants. I did this page with the hearts, which is so cute. I hope that I did it justice. There was a little bit, I had a bit of a problem with the heart. I'll show you in a minute. I used polycolours. So my heart goes round. We've got a bit of a line here and here. I rubbed that one out with a white pen. I didn't here. But the bottom of our heart is here, look. But then this sort of, you know, and that I got a bit confused. But I just did the best I could and just enjoyed my lovely elephants. And I should have done it for Valentine's, really, I guess, with the hearts, but I didn't want to. I wanted to do it. Okay, Calm Colouring, little tiny book, as you can see. I shall hold it up for you. We have a lovely little saying each side. Now, I thought, I know, I'll do this with fine liners. It's such a small picture, that should be easy. I'd forgotten how difficult fine liners were to get a nice, it's awful, it looks horrible. I was watching Gladiators at the time when I coloured this, and I just think it looks nasty. I like the colours and I like the picture, but the fact it's coloured really badly. So I didn't use fine liners for this one. I used Castle Arts Monet set. It's quite a pretty selection of colours. So there's my cat. And then this one, I used Castle Arts Seascape. Again, I thought these looked like, I've missed one. I thought these looked like water droplets, like waves, but they're probably ferns or something, but it doesn't matter. So I thought the Seascape set would work. I love this purple. So I think that's the purple lake. And last but not least, I did the turtle from here. So there he is. Let's open it up so you can see. He is done using polychromos, but there is a soft pastel background and then some sparkly pen on the bubbles. It's a bit lazy to just pen over the bubbles. It's so much easier, and really people like sparkle, so why not? So you can see all the little details in the shell, which I just totally ignored and coloured over, and they still stand out. You can still see them, but I just didn't want to put in all that detail, so I didn't. And yeah, there we go. So that is me for this month. Thank you so much for watching. Do please like, comment and subscribe. If this is your first time or you haven't seen many of my completed pages, I do have a playlist on my channel with all of my completed pages. You can go and have a look at them all if you want to, and I have videos out regularly, some with flip throughs, but mainly showing you how I colour different pages, so please have a little look if that's something that interests you. But that is me for today. Thank you so much for watching. Actually, there's a video coming out later today. The third part of the planner, Johanna Basford planner, I think is this afternoon. But anyway, that's me for this morning. So have a super day. Thank you for watching and happy colouring.